Hi, these are your September 2017 horoscopes with me, Lada from astrolada.com. I have great news for September after the craziness of all the eclipses in August and the tough times. But before I start, I want to let you know that big, huge shifts will be happening this autumn, because Jupiter and Saturn will be changing signs, and I'm making a webinar on Jupiter in Scorpio on the 30th of September, 10-15 days before Jupiter moves signs. Come and join me. It's going to be only $29. We're going to speak how Jupiter will personally impact you, because there'll be a huge shift in your luck. Luck for everyone will change, where opportunities are coming in your life through, where things will blossom and happen easy in your life. When Jupiter changes signs, this is where all the luck and where the opportunities shift as well. So come and join me. It will be 4-hour webinar, and you'll get the top information of how you can best benefit from this amazing transition that is happening. Pisces, September 2017. Let's see how this month is going to be for you. I mostly have good news, guys, because from the 5th of September, Mercury is turning direct, and Mercury rules your relationships, and that's personal relationship, also business, contractual relationship, negotiation, signing of some contracts, some agreements. And if there were any complications before that while Mercury was moving retrograde, or some delays, or the need to edit something, or to clarify, to explain more in detail things in regards to contracts, in regards to promises, in regards to a relationship with others, if there were some complications in your personal or business relationships as well, then after Mercury starts moving direct, the planet that rules your relationships, from after the 5th of September, 6 onwards, then all those issues start resolving themselves. You start receiving a different solution, and you realize that actually things go to those clarifying conversations. Your relationships are better now, or you've taken out of your life someone that is no longer necessary, who do not want to compromise for you. And because this is what Mercury retrograde can do, especially for Pisces, ruling your relationships. You re-examine your relationships, and then when Mercury starts moving direct, even if it was stressful during the time of the retrogradation, you're like, actually that's the right choice, and I'm glad this is happening. Or if you manage to kind of strengthen those relationships through clarifying conversations, or strengthen those, work out better details on certain contracts and certain cooperative work together with someone else. Then when Mercury starts moving direct, the workload, if you're doing it in a pair or cooperating with someone, becomes easier. It starts giving better results. Or if there was the delay of some contracts and renegotiation, it starts moving ahead again. So that's all good news. So improvement of relationships, they start getting easier overall. And actually, that's not the only good news, because after Mercury moves direct, all the 5 important planets, Saturn, Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, and Mars, that rule all the important things in life, the tangible material things. Of course, Pluto, Uranus, and Neptune are retrograde, but it doesn't matter, because those planets don't rule exactly tangible things in life. So when the 5 planets are moving direct, the 5 traditional planets are all moving direct, and that will continue almost till December. So we have September, after the 6th, 7th of September, October, November, all planets moving direct, guys. The important planets. What it means is that till December, when Mercury again will go retrograde, you will have, after the 6th of September, full speed ahead, green light to move forward, and that matters for all the signs. And usually when there are many retrograde planets of those 4, I don't know, look back to April, when there were so many, there were like 4 retrograde: Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury and Venus were all retrograde at some point at the same time, and things were not going according to plan. There were complications. But now, after the 5th of September, all planets are moving direct, so things will start developing how we expect, how we envision, and smoothly. And you can go ahead into new ventures. Of course, make sure that when you're starting new venture, it's not the new moon. The moon is not in a dark stage, because you should not start anything when the moon is in a dark stage. But otherwise, till December, full speed ahead, guys. Move forward with your plans. Usually they'll work out the way you want it. Even if you have to put more efforts or something, the final project will be good. And after that, after November, you might have to, the result will be different. But if you start something new and planets are retrograde, then usually the final project is not what you want. For example, I wanted to give birth. When I was giving birth, I had a birth plan, but 4 planets were retrograde. Nothing with this birth plan worked. And you beat yourself up, but don't. Just be willing and open for compromise till Mercury starts moving direct, and after that, don't compromise. After that, full speed ahead with your plans. They will work out usually the way you want them to do. And when the planets are moving forward, you're exploring new territories. You're not going and ruminating over things from the past. You're not stuck in one place, or you're not having to redo things. You move forward. I love that. If you're especially like me, full of energy, you like the future, you like to move forward, you love when all the planets are direct. Things go according to plan. Okay, so this month starts a little bit with quite a few planets in your 6th house, which is Venus is still in your 6th house, Mercury and Mars. But from around, kind of the 7th, 8th, and that 6th house is duties, responsibilities, work. So maybe some of you are still kind of completing some kind of work, detail work. Maybe you have more chores and more duties than at other times of the year at the start of the month. And then gradually all the planets starts moving. And maybe if there are some health problems, they might be still more acute while planets are in your 6th house. There might be some disagreement, 6th house rules, things that are out of balance, that irk you, that irritate you, things that you have to fix, problematic things of some sort as well. Or just work duties and errands, like an increased workload. But gradually, after the 6th, 7th, one by one, the planets start moving into your 7th house. And by the end of the month, so many planets are in your 7th house. Actually, Mars goes into your 7th house from the 6th of September. Then Mercury joins it from the 11th of September. Then Venus from the 21st of September goes into your 7th house. And throughout most of the month, the Sun is in your 7th house. So there will be a lot of focus this month, guys, and the more you progress into the month, the more the focus shifts from your work into your relationships. So your best strategy for success the more month progresses in September is cooperate with others, look for the advice of others. If you're taking important decisions, make sure that you maybe advise with someone else, share it with someone to see it from their perspective, because 7th house is about sharing. It's about cooperating. And actually sometimes you might feel like the ball is in the hands of others somehow, that they have more influence. So your best strategy is to be more diplomatic, to agree with those people, or to try and work together with others, because they're your ticket for success. It also indicates that there will be a lot of focus on your relationships. Your marriage partner, for example, they might be starting something new and very active in September. Or you might be doing some project again in a relationship or in a partnership with someone that gets very busy, demands a lot of your time. Or it might be that you're just a lot of focus on starting a long-term committed relationships, because there's a 7th house. And by the way, when Venus enters there, it can also make meeting someone new and having romantic experiences easier. That comes from around, the 21st of September onwards. But already by the time Mercury enters on the 11th of September, when a planet is in the sign it rules, and Mercury rules your 7th house, Virgo, then it increases the chances of positive manifestation in regards to that 7th house. So from the 11th of September, the chances of meeting someone, collaborating, signing a document, a contract, some kind of agreement, some kind of something important happening in the life, positive. We're talking positive trigger in the life of your partner as well. Something positive happening through relationship becomes more possible for you. And Mars will also be in your 7th house, as I said, from around the 6th, 7th of September. That you have to be a bit more careful not to butt heads with others and fight. And you might attract people that, especially almost till the end of October, Mars is in your 7th house. And especially the Pisces that are born the first 15 days, basically the February Pisces, till around the 5th of March, Pisces, or those who have ascendant or moon in Pisces from 0 to 15 degrees. Till the end of September, they have to be a bit more careful when it comes to relationship, because they might be more easily irritated. Others might be pressing their buttons, and they might be more explosive. You might be more explosive when communicating with others. Your partners might be generally in your life, and your close people that seventh house is other people, might be just more driven or ambitious. That's one way. But because Mars is in Virgo, you expect a bit more criticism and a bit more blaming that is possible to happen. But the best way to utilize this Mars, which has a lot of mental energy because it's in Virgo, is to work on some project together with your partner, or to use this kind of energy that's generated, the more critical, fault-finding energy of Virgo, to use it if someone gives you constructive criticism and advice, to take heed of it, instead of reacting personally, or instead of you becoming too critical towards others and find faulting, help someone else somehow. Don't do it like, pointing a finger, but do it in a sense, let's do some project together, let me help you. Or someone, when they're coming to you with constructive criticism, try to use it in a productive, efficient way. Also, Mars energy is very mental and very physical as well, because Mars is a physical planet. Mars is mental because it's in Virgo. So use that built-up energy that you have, starting from around the 7th, 8th of September, towards others in particular. Instead to fight with them, use it to do something, some mutual project with another person, for example, or to stimulate you to move. And remember that your biggest motivation and stimulus for work, for ambition, for drive, which is Mars, will come to you from others till almost to the end of October. And you can kind of, the relationships with others will be very dynamic, will push you to take changes. And even if you feel like there is blame towards you, there is some kind of attack or criticism, especially with words towards you, this is something to spur you to act, to spur you to get organized as well, which is what Virgo is. Okay, so that's kind of what I see for you guys. And another thing is, let's see what else. So relationships are pivotal, very important. Saturn is from around 21 degrees to around 23 degrees, which means that Pisces that are born with Sun, or who have your Moon from 20, 21, 22, 23 degrees, maybe even 24 degrees of Pisces, which means your sun is, if it's your ascendant or moon, those degrees. So if you're born basically from the 11th to around the 14th of March, Saturn is squaring your planets from the 10th house, which means that there might be more pressure to you from authority figures, from older people, putting some deadlines on you. Maybe your work or worldly duties become a source of a lot of responsibilities. You have to work hard, but that's the last time Saturn affects you, and then it moves away and things become much easier. So that's what I see for you in September. Actually, to be honest, things really start looking up. Mercury moves direct, all the planets are direct, many planets going to 7th house. So thank you so much, and come join me on the 7th of September, All About Chiron, the wounded healer. Let's find where our biggest wound is and how through this wound we can help others. We're gonna do it with Doctor of Psychology, Diana Bakalova. I'm so looking forward to that webinar. So come and join us. Thank you.